OMG, I'm so upset. I was recording and all this time it was not even recording. I saw the numbers going and I stopped it to do part two and it wasn't even recording. So, anywho, happy Mother's Day. Today, guys, I'm making me some veggie biscuits. I've been wanting this for a while. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Shout out to all y'all. Hope y'all have a great day. But now I already started everything. So I'm gonna give y'all a rundown what I just did. So I used a half of a zucchini, two broccoli stalks, one small carrot, and I put it in the food processor, and I added a half an onion and a half of green peppers. So it's 5 vegetables in here. Yes, y'all probably saying veggie biscuits. Yes, it's so good. And you can add ground beef to it. That's optional, but make sure your ground beef is cooked before you add it to your biscuit dough. So, yep, I used a half a zucchini. I took the skin off too, and I put once I chopped up the vegetables in here. I poured the vegetables into this bowl. I add 1/4 cup of gluten-free flour to the flour mixture. Then I put 2 cups of flour, gluten-free flour in here. I added 2 um, teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of baking soda in here, and I added 1 stick of unsalted butter, and I mixed it, until the butter was chopped and it looked like what they call that, coarse, resembles coarse crumbs, like resembles crumbs. And then I poured it into here, and now we shall continue. And I got ground beef here. It's gonna go in the oven. I'm gonna mix it in here now. The onions and the green peppers are optional. You don't have to add the onions and the green peppers, but the carrots, the broccoli, and zucchini, I always, use that. So we're gonna use 1 cup of non Greek yogurt, non-fat, but the original one it was whole milk yogurt, but I'm using what I have. You can use whole milk yogurt, or you can use non-fat yogurt, or you can use fat-free, or I'm using non-fat yogurt. Is this one any good? And I almost bought another thing of yogurt, not realizing I had one that wasn't even open yet. So, yep. So I was gonna make me a cake for my birthday. Not my birthday. For Mother's Day. But I was like, I just made a double chocolate chip cake a few days ago. Then I'm gonna have to turn around and make me a Mother's Day cake, and then turn back around and make me a cake for my son's birthday. I said, nah, I'm just not gonna make me no cake, Not gonna do that. I was gonna make me a orange cream velvet cake. But change of plans. Maybe I'll have it for my birthday, But yeah. So we're gonna use 1 cup of yogurt. I hope this is recording, because if not, I'm gonna have to do this again later on down the line. So this is 1 cup of yogurt. Yep. Okay, hold on. So I was thinking, should I make it into a batter? I mean, not batter. It's gonna be not batter. Should I make it into some biscuits, or should I make it into like a pie? Oh, I didn't put no black pepper in here. Okay, we're gonna do a half a cup. Ooh, a half a cup. Ooh, that's crazy. A half a teaspoon of black pepper. Okay. I was supposed to add this before I add the yogurt, but it's okay. As long as it gets in there. As long as it gets in there. Okay. Okay. And we're going to add. Okay. So I added about one of these, a whole one of these in a pan. So I think that's about a pound, right? I don't know. But yeah. And we're going to add 2/3 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. You can add whatever cheese you, well, for this recipe, 2/3 cups of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Yes. 2/3. So I wasn't sure if I sauteed the vegetables last time when I made this, but I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna go that extra step today. Man, I'm gonna have to do this video in its entirety next time. Now, oh, that's right, I gotta add the ground beef in here. The ground beef is also optional. Hold on. And make sure your meat is cooled off too, when you pour. It's not a lot of grease in here, so that's good. Let me wash my hands. Okay, we're gonna mix this dough. So this is what I'm making me for Mother's Day. Now I don't know if I want to make it like into biscuits, or do I want to make it into like a pie. I'm still debating on that. Even though a pie would be way much easier, but because you just throw everything into the pan and then you flatten it. But with the biscuits, you gotta cut them out into into biscuits. So yeah. Okay, I put clear wrap on the counter. This is how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it like how I do my regular biscuits. You're gonna do it like that. Oops, sorry. Wow. See, that's one thing it's hard to do, a cooking video. If it's like you can't redo it. Because that's all the ingredients you just wasted. Well, you didn't waste it, but you can't, that's a lot of it. Oh, that's a lot. But yeah, when you do a cooking video, it is hard to redo. I would feel safer. I said safer. Actually, I said I feel safer, but I would prefer to use the cutting board. Just fold it. I'm gonna do this a few times. I'm gonna fold it a few times, and I'm gonna be back like a snack attack. This is how I fold it. I can't believe this phone did that. Oh, so you fold it like that, then you know, just to keep your hands from getting dirty. And if you want, you can flip it over like that, and then roll it, and so forth and so forth. Now, I still don't know. Well, actually, I know because I'm doing this. I want to make it into biscuits. Oh, it's busting out on the sides there. I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so I was debating before to put the biscuit dough in here and make it into a pie, or put it in here and make it into biscuits. So I'm going to do this since I already got the butter in here. I'm going to put this in the oven. I already got the oven I'm going to put this in the I'm going to put this in the oven and let it preheat it, and then I'm going to do the biscuits. Here we go. I'm a little rusty on this. Oh, and you can season your ground beef to how you with your own seasonings. So we're gonna see how much biscuits this make. Oh, oh. Yeah, these biscuits are soft because, oh, yeah. And don't twist them either. Just push down and lift. Push down and lift. And whatever doesn't fit in here, we'll go in another pan. So I'm going to come back with the finished product. I'm going to bake this for, hold on. Let me get this out of here. This is a little bit, oh, I could have added extra